What's up guys, Tech Flash here, and today we are going to unbox Huawei P30 Lite, which is the lighter variant of Huawei P30 Pro, the flagship from Huawei. Now Huawei P series is always targeting the camera enthusiast, and this time around Huawei gave us the infamous zoom option, which led us to have a creepy mode out there. But this phone, the P30 Lite, does not have that insane zoom. However, this device has still some great internals, and this device also carries on the design of Huawei P30 Pro, which in my opinion makes it the perfect device for people who want a design from the flagship series but don't want to pay the higher amount and the price tag which comes with flagship series devices. Opening up the box, the first thing you will see is the warranty card. Now Huawei does not mention any other details on their boxes, so I'm going to break the seal and look inside what's inside the box. And overall the unboxing experience is quite similar. You can see that this phone comes with 128GB of storage and 4GB of RAM, and the color on this device is peacock blue, which is a great looking color but not my favorite when it comes to P series devices. I also get this blue color in P30 Pro, but this is not my favorite color. The breathing crystal one, the white one, is actually my favorite one. Now in the box there is this bag which holds your device, and removing the plastic, you can clearly see that the back of this device looks quite good and quite similar to what you find on Huawei P30 Pro. Now you have to remember that P30 Pro cost almost around 4 times more than the P30 Lite, and the biggest difference you will see is that there is a fingerprint scanner on the back, and also there is a triple camera setup while P30 Pro has a quad camera setup. I'm going to turn this device on, and while this turns on we are going to look inside the box. And there's this booklet which contains a silicon case, and it's a very normal quality silicon case, so no more surprises here. It's good that these Chinese manufacturers at least include these cases with their phones, because they are quite difficult to find on their own, as these companies are releasing mid-range models every single month. The cable you get with this phone is a Type-C cable, and interestingly, this is one of those mid-range devices from Huawei which supports Huawei Quick Charge. Now this technology uses an 18-watt adapter, which means this is not the fastest one. However, it will get the job done, and it is much better than the 10-watt ones you normally find in Huawei devices. Also, there is a hands-free which is quite reminiscent of the low range of Huawei phones, and I was expecting a better hands-free in this box. The phone has started, and I'm going to configure the phone, but before that let's just look at the expandability options, because I think that Huawei is including a hybrid SIM slot. Now that means that either you can use 2 SIM cards or a SIM card with a micro SD card, and this will limit your second SIM card usage, and believe me, in certain part of the world second SIM card is considered a basic necessity. In fact, recently in China, iPhone was launched with dual SIM support, because that feature is considered very important in Asia. Now I'm not going to bore you with the setup process, so I'm going to fast forward the whole process so you can see the actual device once it gets set up. Okay, the phone is finally set up, and you can see that this phone has a gorgeous display on the front. It comes with a notch, but it is a very small notch, and I think this looks much better than the implementation we see on Samsung devices with the whole punch hole scene. Now you can clearly see that the software experience on this phone is EMUI, and I have been a Huawei user for quite some time, so EMUI is not a big deal for me. But if you are someone who has been using Samsungs or iPhones, then this is going to be a very significant decision maker, because EMUI is quite different than any other operating system out there. It is very much up to the mark when it comes to features, but all those features are named differently, so you have to get used to it, and it will take some time. The backside is coming up with a fingerprint scanner, and the speed of the fingerprint scanner is quite fast, and you can clearly see that this performs much better than the in-display one you find in the P30 Pro. However, the in-display one looks quite futuristic. Also, you get a facial ID scanner with the front camera, and the front camera is a 32 megapixel scanner, and the Face ID on this phone is also quite fast when you consider that this is only using a camera. Backside of this phone comes with three main camera lenses, and the main sensor is a 24 megapixel sensor, and the secondary lens is a 8 megapixel wide angle lens, while the third camera is a depth sensor, so you can take all those portrait shots where the blurry background is actually making the subject look better. Also, one interesting thing about Huawei is that usually they only make two chips. So one is their flagship chipset and one is their mid-range chipset, and this phone comes with the mid-range Cadence 710, which we have already seen in much cheaper devices than this device. So if you are someone who's looking for best bang for buck, I don't think so that this device is going to give you the best performance for its price. However, if you are looking for a phone that looks premium and gives you triple camera setup on the back and is from the flagship series of Huawei, then this phone is quite good looking, and I can definitely recommend this phone over any other device. So do let me know what are your thoughts about this phone, and if you want a full review, just let me know and I will post a full review about this device to talk about all the features that are present and all the pros and cons of these devices. Also, if you're new to the channel, do subscribe, because I hope that this channel will surely take off and we will be uploading daily tech videos on this channel. So till that day, I'm going to keep on daydreaming and you are going to keep on liking my videos, and I will see you in the next one.